You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I have none. Next item.
C, approve of the June 26, 2024 meeting minutes.
Support.
Thank you. We have approval, a motion by Commissioner Clark Coleman and support by Commissioner Clean. All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Next item, please, Madam Clerk.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Thank you. Okay, to our agenda, please.
Item 1, under new business, forwarding a personnel, human resources department report on civil service positions.
And we have, yes, we do. Can you please come to the table?
Good afternoon, Donna Wilson, HR Director. How are
Hi.
you?
Very good. Thank
Good.
you. So can you give us just a update from your last report?
Sure. So currently, or on this report dated June 18th, we have 2,425 filled classified positions, and we are in an active recruitment for about 506. But what I like to highlight is some of the new positions that have been created in various departments to support the initiatives of the county and under the county exec. So one of the such positions is the crisis response team specialist, and that is at the juvenile detention facility. They've implemented what's called trauma-informed crisis response. So it's a specialized unit to respond to trauma or disorder conduct within the or disturbances within the facility. So it is a specialized unit. It is a new position that was created. And a couple under public health, quality specialists and quantitative specialists to help with metrics in delivering public service or health, public health. And I also, Harlan, who is the division director and chief equity officer, it may be on the line to explain a little bit more about those positions.
Is she online, Madam Clerk?
Yeah, Harlan Nemo. Okay. All right. Well, those are some of the highlights for this report.
Okay, very good. Does anyone have questions, commissioners? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You know what, maybe, maybe not on that specific, but since she's here, with the increases that we've gotten given to the employees, have you noticed an uptick in hiring?
Well, some of the collective bargaining agreements. So for example, the sheriff has run a couple of different recruit schools and has had some success in hiring. But a lot of the recent collective bargaining agreements, we recently went through just a blackout period for hiring to implement Oracle. So it's really too early to tell, to make that correlation. But we believe that it will create that success because we've seen an uptick in interest in positions.
Yeah, say for instance, the lower ones like the laborers and equipment operators and things like that.
We're still negotiating their collective bargaining agreement.
Theirs is not completed yet.
Correct.
Oh,
so we're still working on AFSCME
why
non-supervisors.
did I think that that was done?
That was the directors that we did.
Right. We did
Directors.
We did AFSCME supervisors.
Oh,
Supervisors. Thank you. Actually, I do have a question. I was asked where people could go for positions at Wayne County. So where should we direct them to look for these jobs that are available? You said there were 506 open positions?
Correct. If they go to our homepage, waynecounty.com and waynecountyjobs.com.
Okay, perfect. And I believe Harlan is on the phone
yeah, but before that, so they go to waynecounty.com. Do they click on human resources?
They could click on human resources, but there's also that we're hiring. There is a actual tile, for lack of a better term, on the homepage.
And then you just click on that and it will tell you all the positions that are available.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Move to receive and file, Madam Chair.
I think that there's someone on the line that wanted to speak.
Oh, okay.
Is she,
right, we got
is the line open? Madam Clerk.
The lines are open.
Are you there to speak? And Harlan, hello.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, I'm here. Can you hear
hi.
me?
Yeah, we can now.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you for this opportunity. Carolyn Nemo, Deputy Director and Chief Health Equity Officer for our Department of Health, Human and Veteran Services. I just want to speak on two positions that we've created under the GAA collective bargaining unit. One is the qualitative specialist and the other is a quantitative specialist, and these will be within the same classification. Most recently, over the past year, we've been working very diligently to build our capacity, bringing in the key personnel that we need to be able to advance the work that we're doing here in Health, Human and Veteran Services for the county. So we brought on a chief epidemiologist, and we brought on a qualitative officer. And so the chief epidemiologist deals with advanced analysis, really looking at the impact and the outcome of our system, our database, thinking through how we are connecting our data system to be able to articulate the impact that we're making from our day-to-day work, and as also with health, social determinants and issues that are surrounding us here in Wayne County and pretty much in Michigan, being able to compare. And our qualitative officer, her role is really looking at our internal processes, the work that we do day to day, and how those processes are directing change towards the outcome. So working with program staff to be able to identify good indicators that we can track, and we can be able to project whether we're meeting the goals that we set forth to achieve for the county and for the department. So these roles, the qualitative specialists, we have two right now in our budget to bring on, and these are master's prepared individuals and with skills. And we also, in building this, we're thinking through the multiple levels that we need, as well as opportunities for progression within those classifications. So we created a 1, 2, and 3, almost step system, career progression system, as we're calling them. And we have 2 under our qualitative, our quality improvement team, who will report to our quality officer, and they will work across the department, looking at our programs, looking at our processes, and how those processes will work to help us achieve our outcomes. And then the quantitative specialists, that, those we have built in for really to support like our epidemiological and our biostatistical work. So looking at really advanced analysis, being able to link databases, to be able to look at our multiple sets and compare, those systems so that we can have those outcomes to help us better track, to better report, to better manage the work that we're doing and the goals that we've set forth. So we're looking for, that's been posted. We've been working with HR diligently to think through these process and the requirements, and looking forward to bringing on our team so that we can get moving with this work.
Thank you very much for that explanation. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
Yeah, no,
Commissioner Clean?
Yeah. but my motion's still on the floor.
Yes, sir.
One thing I didn't hear you say is county health assessment. That's been talked about. Are these positions related to the production of a county health assessment?
The county health assessment, these positions will support our county health assessment. As specifically in public health, one of our core function of public health is assessment. If we don't do anything, we have to ensure that we're assessing our population to look at the differences, look at patterns and trends. So the quantitative specialist specifically will be here to help us stay on top of that. And to be able to, not only the community health assessment that we're engaging in right now, to be able to track our progress towards the goals once we set those goals and once we are able to report on them, but to be able to have some real-time data analysis, some dashboards, even think through the data collection methods that we need to collect real-time information to be able to report out. So did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. And hopefully we hire these two individuals
Well,
the
we're
near future.
hiring four. So,
Well, in the near future though, right?
Yes,
To
yes,
carry on this work. Would you report maybe to the Health and Human Services Committee when you have these positions full? And let's discuss this effort in Health and Human Services so those committees understand this rather large project that we're taking on.
yes, and you're talking about specifically the community health assessment, right?
Yeah, I think so, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely that's part of it. But there's other things here, you know, internal stuff that you're doing for tracking things that are
Yes.
related, but not directly necessarily to the community
Yes,
health assessment, but just so we get an overall picture.
of all of the analytic work.
Yeah,
with-
this new,
Certainly, certainly.
it's long overdue, this commissioner's opinion.
Mhm.
And so now that we're up and rolling, I'd like the commission to stay up on more of the details of what's going on out there.
Yes, we'll be happy to share this exciting phase of our work. It's definitely, it's something, like you said, it's long overdue. We have really great systems with data in it. We need to be able to analyze and be able to share that data and to not share the data, but also make sense about where to go with the information. So building this capacity is exactly what we need to be doing in health and human human and veteran services.
Yeah, and my thought is the more commissioners understand this, because it is long overdue, but it also helps with commissioners talking in their communities so that the citizens of Wayne County, because this is still a rather new idea with these health assessments and what they're showing us and how that directs our work. And I think the more the commission understands that, the more the citizens of the county will. So thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Okay, so we have a motion to receive and file this, and can I have support? Thank you. So motion made by Commissioner Clean, support by Commissioner Garza. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Any nays? Motion passes. Madam Clerk, could you please read the next item?
Item 2, requesting commission approval of Amendment 3 to a 2-year legal services contract with the 1-year option to renew with Lewis and Monday PC and the Bond Council for a state revolving fund loan for improvements to the Rouge Valley sewage disposal system matter.
Any questions from commission on this? We are going to take the rest of the items and just take a vote at the end, please. If we can move on to number 3.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of Amendment 3 to a 2-year legal services contract with Keller Toma PC and the Legal Services in Labor Arbitration and Michigan Employment Relations Commission matter.
Any questions on this? Okay, thank you. Moving on to the addenda.
Item 4 on the addenda, requesting commission approval of Amendment 3 to a 2-year legal services agreement with Plunkett Cooney PC and the Hogan et al. Versus Wayne County et al. Matter.
And if you could read number 5 too, please.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of Amendment 2 to a 2-year legal services agreement with Plunkett Cooney PC and the Nicole Harris et al. Versus Wayne County and Corporal Terry Graham matter.
Yes, and who is here for these items?
Good afternoon, Sue Hamo, Deputy Corporation Counsel.
Good afternoon, Allegra Mason, Chief of Litigation for Corporation Counsel.
And do we have questions, commissioners? Commissioner Clean?
On the Hogan matter, can you just describe the case? Well, I mean, I got the paperwork on it and Court of Appeals denied class action status to a number of people, apparently. Can you just give a little verbal, the history of this case and where we're at with it, what the courts have done so far?
I said Hogan's the Elliott Larson case. The state case, yes, okay.
Good afternoon. Your question was just a brief description of the
Yeah,
background of
because
the
this
Hogan case?
apparently goes back
Yes,
5-6 years
that is correct.
when Sheriff Napoleon was here, and now we've changed defendants and some people were denied apparently. So if you could just, you know, not your strategy, but what, just the basic facts here. where
So
we're at.
essentially, these two cases, the Hogan case and the Harris case, both come out of the same set of circumstances in the jail, which has to do with the strip search procedure that was taking place at the jail for specifically women. So the Hogan case is pending in the state court, and it recently came back from the Court of Appeals regarding the class action status, and class action status was denied in the Court of Appeals. So that's essentially the background there.
Are we down to one individual then?
I think there are several individuals left. I don't believe it's just one. I think there's 7
Okay,
And
in Hogan.
Hogan, okay.
but it's not a class action case.
That's
anymore.
correct. Yes. And the class action status in Harris has yet to be decided. That's been pending for some time.
And I think there's 97 plaintiffs in Harris.
Yeah, quite a few there.
So these cases, it's just really convoluted. It's the
That's
same,
why I asked.
yeah, it's the same it's the same plaintiff's attorney. This has been going on for about 10 years, that our office has been defending these cases. I think this is, we've had 3 or 4 lawsuits dismissed. So it's, like I said, there's a long history, with these cases that are all interrelated. But that's
And the
my,
reasons for the amendment
yeah,
and the
yeah, and
extension,
that-
it's
yeah.
because it's
Yes.
taking a while going from different.
correct.
Correct,
they
and then
keep-
coming back.
They keep finding more plaintiffs that say, yeah, me too. So,
Okay.
yeah, basically, that's
But
what
it
it really,
sounds like the court also is trying to figure its way through this,
well, yeah, and then the,
which means a ruling, then you gotta do something else, and then something else comes up, and they gotta rule again, and we're gonna send it back down to a lower court or whatever.
right, and they keep bringing different claims. So when they don't succeed, they bring a different, it's the same,
So-
out of the same
Yeah.
action,
So
but
it's
just a
10-year
different legal,
case, but
a
9
different
years
legal
in-
theory.
The
Right.
case been open 10 years, but 9 years into it, new claims.
Or legal theories,
Yeah,
or they bring a new legal theory in a new case.
right.
So
Yeah.
that's the difference between the Harris case and the Hogan case. Hogan's pending in state court on Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act claims. And then in Harris, they've presented 1983 constitutional law claims in the federal court. So they're
Yeah.
same set of circumstances brings the case, but different legal theories.
Well, thank you. That's helpful. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions? Thank you so much. Okay, can I get a motion for items 2 through 5, please? And support?
Support.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Garza, supported by Commissioner Clean. Can we take roll call vote, please, Madam Chair?
Commissioner Knizik, Commissioner Garza,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Colleen,
Right?
Chair Clementi,
Yes,
motion carried.
thank you. Next item?
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I know of none. Next item?
G, public comments.
Madam Clerk, is there anyone on the telephone, or did we receive any emails or on Zoom at this time?
No emails were received and no hands raised on Zoom.
Okay, public comment going twice. anyone want to make public comment in the gallery? And at this time, public comment is now closed. Next item, please.
Adjourn